Hey there, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Fantasy for the Ages, the show where father and son get together and talk about fantasy, science fiction, and other nerdy things that we enjoy. If you like this episode, don't forget to like it down below, leave us some comments with your thoughts, and down in the show notes, you'll find all the ways that you can connect with Zach and I. This is a book blast episode, meaning spoiler-lite. We're not going to ruin the book that's on the screen behind me, Morning Star. Book 3 in Pierce Brown's Red Rising saga series. I don't know what you want to call it. It's not a trilogy. There's more books out there.
It is one that you can call it a trilogy and call it a series. It is an apt name to do both. This is the end of a trilogy. There's just more.
That goes on. There's more. And there is more out there right now. So I haven't read this yet. If you haven't read it, you're safe here. Zach's just giving us his reaction because he has read it. And what did you think of Morning Star, Zach, as it advances the Red Rising series?
First thing I have to say, if you are intimately familiar for some reason between the intricate differences between a sickle and a scythe and their various iterations, please ignore anything that you might read or come up with. Because whichever one you think is on that cover right there, it will be referred to, or the iconography of it, throughout the series, but especially in this book, in both ways, kind of. Like, one will be described, but a name will be used differently, and then they use it totally different. Just don't worry about it. You understand the picture.
But dude, this is a sci-fi series. What the heck is a farmer's sickle or scythe doing on the cover?
It's not. And that's why it's like, it is a different
Wait, it's
tool.
not on the cover, or it's not a sci-fi series, or what does that mean?
It's a different tool that makes sense in the context that is very similar. And because of the similarity, both are considered and thought of in ways that like provoke the imagery. But if you're really, really, really knowledgeable about either, maybe just don't look too hard at it, because I'm not knowledgeable enough and it worked for me. It's fine.
Okay, so this isn't like a serial killer with the sickle hand like I Know What You Did Last Summer.
No. You could picture the image that you're seeing on the book closer to like a cross. Not in how it is a way that people are murdered, but yes, it's an icon.
Okay. What'd you think of the book?
This book was good. It was really good. It definitely had some satisfaction and ending to some plot points. There were some sad moments. There were things that I liked. There were things that I liked because I didn't like them. There were interesting developments of character and developments of world. And that I can ultimately say at the end of this book, this is really a trilogy. It finishes a story with room for more.
Okay.
And the world that we know and are introduced to in the first book is fundamentally changed while still acknowledging what it is. We didn't blow up the world, but we have changed things.
So Mars is still there. It exists.
You're gonna have to read the book. I'm not spoiling anything for you.
You said we didn't blow up the world.
There's many worlds. I also didn't say we did blow it up. No, there are very interesting characters and a few key ones that get developed throughout all 3 books. And seeing where they end up here is awesome. If they die here, that sucks. If they keep going, we're excited for where they're going to go. There is occasionally what some people might consider a little bit grandstandy. But I also think, like, when the kind of grandstanding you're doing is something that feels like it belongs in, like, 1984 or Brave New World, and it's like, hey, totalitarian governments are bad, it doesn't feel that harsh. Like, that feels obvious to me. Maybe that's just I agree.
That totalitarianism is bad. I would hope anyone who's an SFF fan will agree to that.
Most probably do, but
I mean, I didn't want to say I hope everybody agrees, because obviously they don't.
Sometimes some people think things are better in theory than they are in practicality, and well, we don't have to touch that debate today.
Best of the first 3 books, would you say?
I think I like Golden Sun better.
Really? You found this to be satisfying and tying up things, but the middle book was better for you.
It's a weird year for me. It's a year of me liking the second book in trilogies most. And I think what I'm also realizing is maybe I just like Empire Strikes Back the most. Maybe I'm that kind of guy, and that's why I don't necessarily like the ending. I'm just like, yeah, the ending needs to be there. It serves its purpose as being the end, but I want the conflict in the middle. I don't know.
Okay. This is a whole journey of self-realization and discovery.
Yeah. Yeah, you could say that. Oh, one other just fun little nod here.
Yeah.
Pierce Brown is incredibly clever with some of his writing and also a little bit of a dick in a way that I found hilarious, and you would never get it, Dad.
Oh, is this an ageist thing? I'm too different in my
There is a
view of the
moment
world.
in a point in the book where a character starts introducing themselves, like basically, don't you know who I am? I am Felicia, whatever this. And another character instantly kills them and goes, bye, Felicia. And to me, I was like, hold on, hold on, hold on. And I instantly looked up, when did this book come out? And it's like 6 months after Straight Outta Compton came out.
It was a
I'm
pop
like,
culture reference.
I bet he went in and edited this scene after the book was almost done and put that in because it worked, but it was for the reference. I see you. I think you're funny, but I see you. I see what you did there.
That's pretty good.
And then I followed up by looking up online and seeing, yeah, other people agree. There's talk going, he did this, right? He did this.
You're right. I never would have got that. No. Now I will. And still it'll be whatever. But okay. That's funny. Any last thing you want to say about this or the 3 books that kind of make a trilogy? I mean, it says right in the cover, book 3 of the Red Rising trilogy.
It's a trilogy. Red Rising is a trilogy. It's also a series. Besides the fact that it vindicates my statement in the past that some things are referred to as trilogies and series, you should read it.
Okay. It's on the TBR. And fairly high up. I think I'll read it next year. If Malazan doesn't take too much of my time.
Yeah, it's a big one.
That's a big if. Yeah. But I keep interjecting things in the midst of my Malazan journey, just like you do with the Dresden Files.
Yep.
Which we'll talk about more soon. All right. That's all we got. Thanks for watching, everyone. We'll talk to you next time.